is a heart attack. So if you're catching up on any of our old episodes, it's actually really interesting and important. Listen, I didn't know the difference between a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. So let's review.
Do you remember?
Well, I remember that one is very difficult to come back from.
Correct.
And I think that's the cardiac arrest.
You're right. Yeah.
And the heart attack, you're still with it.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
So a heart attack is basically when your heart doesn't get oxygen, and so a portion of it dies. So it's also known as a myocardial, and that's the muscle of your heart, infarction, death. So if you have a lack of blood flow to the heart, let's say you have a clot blocking it or cholesterol plaque and it doesn't get oxygen, you can have a heart attack. And someone, when they have a heart attack, it's painful. Part of your heart's dying, so people will say like, oh, they have chest pain, get me to a doctor. Whereas a cardiac arrest is when your heart stops beating and the person will collapse and be unconscious, and they need
the defibrillator.
The defibrillator, correct.
And we've talked about buying these at-home defibrillators and keeping them handy.
Correct.
And you say they're foolproof.
Well, foolproof meaning that they're automatic and easy to use. So when you put the paddles on the person's heart, if they're not truly in a cardiac arrest, let's say they just fainted, it won't go off. So it will tell you this is a shockable rhythm, and it will then go off and it will shock the heart. And if they are in a rhythm that can be brought back, they could be revived potentially. I mean, that's what you hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference, heart attack versus cardiac arrest.
Now, a heart attack can lead to a cardiac arrest, because if you have a heart attack and your heart's deprived of oxygen for long enough and enough of it dies, it could throw off the rhythm of the heart and it could go into a fibrillation where it's not beating properly, and then you could have a cardiac arrest. So a big reason for a cardiac arrest is a heart attack.
Okay, got it.